Hey everybody, I am going to cover some important topics where a couple of you have reached out to me asking how to transition from a traditional PM to an AI PM. I know there are a lot of tools, gazillion of agents, and we don't know where to start from. Don't get overwhelmed. We can do it one by one. So I'm starting the stepping stones of how to adapt to AI tools, but before you prompt any LLM, I just want you to build the foundation of the context files, setting the skills, setting the framework. So, prepping up your LLM before you even start investing your time and building a solution. So, let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen and we will quickly walk through on what's coming next. So here, this is my recently published post, and I just wanted to share how to become an AI PM in 2026. This is a transition guide for traditional PMs, and this will help you to master context engineering, build your reliable AI tool, plus help you ship your first AI PM project in just under 1 week, I would say. For this first session, no coding is required, at least yet. And as we advance into it, we will dig deeper what all tools and models we evaluate, and then we can start building some of these tools. So let's go through this course first, what this article is about. This one is just talking around the shift from traditional product managers to AI product managers, which is not just about learning to code. So don't get scared, don't get overwhelmed seeing those terminals, seeing the Visual Studio, hearing thoughts around terminals and using a lot of code. What I want you to know is it's more about mastering the context engineering and building a reliable prompting system and treating AI as your partner and as a dynamic capability rather than just another feature or just a chat prompt. So don't use it like that. So in 2026 itself, the AI fluency is no longer an optional. I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm using it in and out day and night. Every PM role is demanding it. So companies that are actively hiring AI PMs are looking for who can really design around large language models with proper context, proper evaluation that we call AI evals, and the responsible guardrails around it. So, if you are a traditional PM, you're feeling the pressure, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or you want to future proof your career, this is the practical guide you can start step by step. This playbook, you can keep it handy, save it. What you're going to find is the fundamental mindset shift, which is very important. One non negotiable building block that you must complete before prompting any LLM, and why context files are your new superpower, why you should not prompt anything before putting the context files in your model. And one dead simple 7-day hands-on project that you can deliver as you part of your real portfolio piece, plus you will get immediate business value. So whether you're coaching, whether you're new, whether you're transitioning, let's get started and follow along. So one is the shift really matters at this point. Why? Because the traditional product managers, we were looking into gathering requirements, writing the PRDs, reviewing tech specs with the teams, prioritizing roadmaps, shipping features, also reviewing the trade-offs and making decisions, running gazillion A/B tests and making decisions around that. For AI PMs, we operate in a different probabilistic world where outputs can hallucinate, models can drift, and done is never truly done, because once you put in key context in the model, you keep on revising. The feedback loop is continuous, the revision is continuous. Your data goes stale, your information goes stale. So you have to be mindful of training these LLMs for your projects very wisely and in timely manner. Uh, One other thing that I have seen that is shifting in this role is your core focus. So, from static features to dynamic AI capabilities with rich context, that is a core focus of all these LLMs, non negotiable. Second is metrics. Metrics are completely changing now. So, from adoption and retention to model accuracy, the hallucination rates that you have to measure, the data drift that you have to measure, and the guardrails for responsible AI output, while also hitting all your KPIs, right? So it is a shift in matrix. The third one I'm closely noticing is the stakeholders ask. It is now expanded to include data scientists, your UX teams, your ML engineers, your ethics and legal teams. Everybody is participating in these model evaluations and putting the requirements together. The fourth one, very important, is mindset shift. So moving from build it right to curate intelligence and evaluate constantly, that is a new mindset shift that I'm noticing. So context now is a new north star for all these LLMs, and I want you to focus on that very carefully, because traditional PMs collected requirements, and now in the AI setup, the PMs are actually the engineers, that intelligence that power the product. So in this guide, I am sharing very high level 90-day AI PM transition plan with some of the free available courses by Anthropic. So just taking the example of it, one thing I want you to share is you don't have to reserve hours and hours, or you don't have to quit your job or learn to code. So if you will do a phased plan with me week by week, you will be productive very soon in your current role itself for AI transition. So hear it out. For day 1 to 30, what I want you to know is build the AI foundations. Start with high quality, free training from the makers of cloud, that is Anthropic Academy. And if you go to their skill jar URL that I have tagged into this article, that offers excellent no cost courses with certificates that are very convenient for all the PMs. One recommended path that I'm suggesting is you start with Cloud 101, because one, it is beginner friendly introduction to using cloud for everyday tasks, and you also get familiar with the core features. And the second one is AI fluency, where you will understand and learn about frameworks and the foundations. This is a standout course that really teaches effectively for ethical and safe collaboration with AI. It also covers prompting best practices that will help you weigh and assess your critical output evaluation. So it will also teach responsible AI principles, structured frameworks for working with models that are directly supporting context engineering and guardrail design. So what we are going to see is you can complete these in first 1 to 2 weeks. These all are self-paced and very short courses, and then you can explore more like additional free courses on Anthropic's skill jar. One important one is prompt engineering, and the second one is MCP, Model Context Protocol, which is really important before you start building any project in cloud code. You can also supplement it with your Google's ML crash courses, which are available. And there is also one product schools AI for PMs content if you want broader exposure. And then in month 2, day 31 to 60, you can actually use your applied skills. You can master these applied skills. What you have to do is just focus on context engineering and prompt architecture. Redesign one existing feature in your product. So think about login feature, think about the tabs that open in your application, think about the easy menu and CTAs that you can play around, and redesign this existing feature in your product as AI powered capability, like turning a basic search itself into intelligent assistant, or this assistant is FAQ content powered. So apply what you learned from Anthropic courses to create your first context files. And then in month 3, day 61 to 90, you can ship and showcase. Launch your first AI project, document the process thoroughly, including which courses were helpful, and update your social checks on LinkedIn or resume with AIPM language. Those are your real metrics. One pro tip that I really want to leave here and share is keeping your AI journal. Always note your failure modes, or what you have been observing, and one context improvement that you made each week. So this will reflect on your mastery, on how you have evolved and what you have learned so far. Um, Along with the AI journal, I do want to share the 5 building blocks before you prompt any LLM. Never start prompting cold. This will lead to very generic garbage in, garbage out, unreliable outputs, and you have to sequence those in a strategic way that one and done setup is there in your LLM. So, first, define the problem and success criteria. Write a very clear non AI PRD. What does good look like in business and model terms? Don't just say, oh, it executed, everything is good, it is loading the screen, but define what this good looks like for your business, for your functionality, for your model terms. The second one is inventory your data in context. You should and you must gather the user stories, the frameworks, whether you're following jobs to be done or Rise or any other, your brand guidelines, your compliance rules. You have to clean and exemplify these into your model. The third building block is creating context files, as I shared earlier, your reusable knowledge base. This is every time the model loads, it should first read your context files and then pick up your prompts. So, to tell you, I have the foundation, I know you, and I know what you're looking for, and this is your outcome that I am driving. So, you have to create these context files. And then designing your system prompt. Your system prompt cannot be, please create this website with da features and make sure it is shiny and awesome. No, you have to define rules, you have to define the role, output format, guardrails, and some few short examples. This is a language in AI, the few short examples, so that the references are present for your LLM to read. And these reference context files are there instead of stuffing everything in one prompt. Just don't do that. Fifth building block is plan your evaluation and human review. Define your test scenarios and scoring rubric. Always include human in the loop for production. Don't skip this step. What this how this will help you is this order turns LLMs from unpredictable tools into reliable AI PM assistant, and the AI fluency course from Anthropic reinforces exactly this disciplined approach. The next one I want to share is the very critical essential skills and why these context files are non-negotiable. So I'm sharing the important things and then why these are important. So for core AI PM skills, you have to understand the context engineering, that is what model knows, structured prompt engineering, your data literacy, your AI evaluation matrix, your responsible AI practices, and capability mapping that will define when to use generation, classification agents, etc. And the last one is rapid experimentation and iteration. That is how you will teach this model to perfection. In your traditional setup of PM strengths, stakeholder management, prioritization, gathering requirements, user empathy, all these skills, your vision, your branding, everything will transfer very smoothly and beautifully. So don't take it lightly. You are just adding a layer of AI efficiency and fluency on top of what you already know. So this is your leverage. Now, understanding the context files, these are kind of persistent markdown documents. For example, your frameworks that you're defining, your guardrails that you're defining, your skills that you're defining, your brand voice, your evaluation rubric, all these MD files, the markdown documents, will be a foundational base for your LLM to process the output that you upload to custom GPTs, cloud projects, or any agentic systems. And these act as models' long term memory and rule book. So these are very important. That's why I'm emphasizing on these again and again. So, why they matter more than any single prompt? Because they deliver consistency across sessions. You don't want your session to drop from one chat discussion or one project discussion to next. So the foundation should not shift. Your project synthesis, your project prompts and ideation is moving from folder to folder, but your foundation needs to be solid. The guardrails, all the context around it should remain consistent. Also, uh, it dramatically reduces hallucinations because you're coaching it and you're training it by providing structured hierarchical knowledge. That's why it's important. And these context files also make your work scalable and handoff ready to teams or engineers. So if you're sharing a project on GitHub with anyone on your team, this is easy handoff for the person to understand. And these files also form the foundation for safe production grade AI deployments, exactly what companies want in 2026. That's why these foundations are very critical. And how you can start: you can create a folder called AI context library in any of your LLMs as a root folder, and start with 5 core files. Keep each concise, like less than 2000 tokens, because every time your LLM will be reading these files. So you have to be very mindful on how much of length and tokens you are putting into these files. uh, this one habit will definitely separate the average prompters from elite AI PMs, because you're controlling the foundation. And the Anthropic courses, especially the AI fluency, that will give you the mental models to build these files effectively. Next one is easy 7-day live use case where you can build your first AI PM assistant. The fastest way to learn is, and also impress your teams and hiring managers, is to ship something real in under 1 week, right? I'm pretty sure you will also be excited to try it out. So one project that I can share with you is you can create a custom GPT project that serves as your personal AI PM assistant. I have created a job search assistant. I have created PRD template from meeting notes. And in this project, you can prioritize features using your frameworks, summarize stakeholder notes, generate roadmaps, and flags risks. And this is a very simple project that you can construct. And why this project will be a win-win in your team: one, it solves daily PM pain point: where to summarize notes, what is the next action item, who owns it, right? So this will be really helpful. And for to start with, this requires zero coding. You can just start with GPT or Cloud AI to set the context and get ready. And you can also teach every building block above that, which will let you immediately apply lessons from Anthropic's courses also. So this gives you a shareable portfolio piece and immediate team value. So in next 7 day sprint, what you can do is, I'm just sharing a high level. Leave me in comments if you are stuck, or if you need a hands-on example, I can definitely help and give it to you. What you can do is, day one, write a one-page PRD, define 5 test scenarios. Day two, build your context files, use your real PM frameworks. Day three, craft the system prompt with role, guardrails, and output format. Day four, set up the custom GPT project and test it, try it out. And then day five, run these evals and iterate on context, not the long prompt tweaks. Day six, just polish your JSON in whatever output you understand. And day seven, publish. This document will be your case study for problem to context, with before and after the learnings. And this will include your Anthropic learning for the AI courses. You can very well go ahead and share on your socials like LinkedIn and others. By day eight, you will have a tool. Really, you will have a tool that you can actually daily use. After that, it's about ideation and giving the requirements to your model, and generating the output. Many PMs report using theirs immediately after, in the priority meetings. One example I can give you is that you can try hands on. It's not in this article, but one you can try on is, uh, set the foundation in your cloud code if you're comfortable. Tell it, as a strategic AI PM, help me define the scope to group up all the bookmarks in my cross browsers, in local machine, in the cross browsers, categorize these bookmarks, delete the duplicate and obsoletes, add the option to select all and delete, plus to move around to the custom categories. Execute. See what you get. You keep on prompting and refining this. But yeah, one thing I forgot: tell your prompt to publish this output in certain branding HTML. Like I use my company brand, so you can use your company brand or something generic like corporate branding view of HTML, and then see how it create files, the file structure, how it reads all the context files, how it asks you follow up questions, how it publish the output, and if that local file, the local HTML it has created for you, uh, what other tweaks it needs. So you can really kick off this one simple project as your first this week's AI hands-on if you want to try, and leave it in comments if you tried and or if it helped, or if you got stuck. I will be reading all the comments to help you guys out. Keep sharing on how it went. If you're ready to make shift, I am leaving the article here, and feel free to go ahead and share if it helped you. And I will wait for all the follow up questions. Uh, till the next one.